Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today, as you can see, I'm gonna be doing a style challenge. And in fact, I already did this challenge around 2 or 3 years ago, if I remember correctly, but I only did like 6 images, 6 styles. So this time I wanted to broaden my spectrum of experimenting with different cartoony styles. And yeah, do this challenge again because I remember it was so much fun last time, so I thought why not trying it out again. So that's why we're here today and we're drawing 10 styles, 10 different cartoony styles. So obviously I started off with my own style, which is, I would call it like semi-realism, kind of cartoony but still trying to be realistic in some way. Well, yeah, that's what I think of my style, and as calling it somewhat of a style, I would say it's rather fashion illustration, fashion drawing, but I can't really specify it. It's really hard to name it, so yeah, it's just my style, Natalia Madej style. So yeah, I decided to draw a girl that would have colorful hair because I thought that this would look really cool in those other different styles. So that's why I decided upon some short, medium length hairstyle with this really cool mint color. And I decided that she's gonna have a little bit more tan skin, not pale, not also deep, but something in the middle, so it also looks quite cool. And yeah, I went for my characteristic features, like, you know, I have this kind of face and those features that I really like to draw, so I stick with this really nice eyebrows, nice eyes with the eyeliner and fancy long eyelashes, big lips, some jewelry, and yeah, this is my style. So yeah, now you can see the first image being created. And I think it came out pretty cool and it will be a good base to continue with other styles. Once I created the first image, the base image with my drawing, I went on with the first style, and obviously this needed to be Disney. And well, who doesn't love Disney? Everyone watched or is watching on and on Disney movies, Disney shows, everything Disney is such a staple at this point that, I mean, this style is like evergreen, if I can call it like this. It's a must, so that's why I drew it as a first style. And well, the only thing I did wrong is I should have done the outline in different color, not black, but the outline of the hair should have been blue, like the hair itself, if you know what I mean. Also the face should have been brown outline, and so on. But yeah, in general, I think the drawing looks pretty cool. It's even though the hair are quite colorful and fancy and playful, the whole drawing gives me those classy vibes. But I mean, since Disney is all about princesses, I think that this is why this drawing came out like this, really classy and elegant. And also this choker, the necklace, is also giving and adding those classy vibes. I don't know if you can agree with me. So yeah, this is about Disney style. Then, when the Disney style was done, I moved on to another staple at this point, cartoon. And this is Powerpuff Girls. And guys, who loved Powerpuff Girls when you were younger? Because I did, and I still love up till this day. Unfortunately, I can't allow myself to watch those cartoons and all those movies that I would love to rewatch after this time. Like Powerpuff Girls, for example. But I mean, the style, those like big eyes, this round face, and everything just being so simple. It's such a staple again. Like, I don't know, I just love it. And I think also this drawing, even though I couldn't experiment with the hair as much as I wanted, I was trying to figure out how should I do this hairstyle to make it look similar to what I intended to be, like the original one at my first drawing, but still keeping it in the Powerpuff style. It was hard for me to figure out how should I approach this, so I went for something quite simple to still be Powerpuff style. So that's why I also didn't do this those grayish black roots. As you can see, I just went for pure mint color and I left it like this, so I think it looks pretty cool. I mean, Powerpuff Girls, alright, everyone loves this, so yeah, I love doing this one. And after I did this one, I decided to go for something that is a little bit not my thing and out of my comfort zone, I guess. And that is Sailor Moon. And I need to admit that I've never watched this, and some of you might be really offended by this because I know that it's also a staple at this point and everyone knows this. So I know it as well, but I just didn't watch it. So maybe I should actually after this. And well, what I like about this style is that, of course, it's this kind of manga anime style that everyone that is drawing and that likes art tried at some point. And I also did it myself when I was first starting in art. Of course, manga style was something that I tried at first and I really enjoyed it, but I never kind of got into this at this point that I would be freely drawing those manga illustrations. So that's why I just practiced it a little bit and then I just went another path and I started to get into more of realistic and those kind of drawings. So that's why I picked Sailor Moon, to get back to kind of my roots and practice on this manga style a little bit. And I also like how this cartoon anime is being drawn, so I wanted to transfer this style onto the original drawing of my drawing, and I think it came out pretty cool. I actually really like this one, so well, I might experiment with this kind of style a little bit more because, like I said, I really love the way it turned out. It's so simple, but yet it has something intriguing in itself in the drawing. So let me guys know, what do you think about manga style, anime style, and if you tried it out yourself, because I bet that you did. And next on the list I had Adventure Time. And actually this is another cartoon that I've never watched myself, but I had so many friends around me that were obsessed with this cartoon, and they were always throwing some quotes, some funny moments from this cartoon, and I was just, yeah, maybe I should watch it, but I'm so bad at checking new stuff, checking new movies, cartoons, all this kind of TV shows. I'm so bad at this, so again, I never got a chance to watch it myself. But anyways, I like the style that this cartoon is being made in, so that's why I decided to try it out myself. And well, this drawing came out pretty funny. I mean, I don't like the hair that much. It looks quite weird, especially this roots part, this black part, grayish part, because I didn't know how to transfer it onto this style. But I mean, the face is pretty simple, but yet it's quite catching and quite nice and funny to look at, I guess. But yeah, overall I like how it came out, but the only part that I didn't like is the hair. And then moving on to my other favorite, the very favorite cartoon of my childhood, which is Winx. And I remember that this was kind of a battle between Winx and Witch, which I both really much enjoyed. And they both had kind of similar styles, but yeah, it was something that differed them. I can't really tell when I don't have them compared by each other, next to each other, and it's really hard for me to say from memory what it was. But I remember that also when I was starting to get into drawing, I remember that I used to redraw Winx and Witch drawings all the time. I used to find those images on the internet in some kind of newspapers, like girl newspapers, magazines rather, and I used to just redraw it. And I remember I struggled so much to get the right proportions and get the right structures, let's say shapes, textures and stuff. And those drawings looked horrible, but I remember it was so much fun for me and I just love doing this. So that's why it's also kind of sentimental drawing, and that's why I picked Winx style to be my next style. And yeah, I love doing this, and I can tell that this Winx style is so intriguing and it's so cool, and I think it also has a little bit of this kind of manga style in it because of those big eyes and this really structured face shape. But it also has this really girly and cute and something like this in it. So I really loved it. And yeah, what else can I say? Winx have been my favorite TV show, and I just love this. Let me guys know if you watched Winx as well and if you were a fan of them and if you preferred Winx or Witch. I would rather say that I preferred Witch overall, but I liked Winx as well. Yeah. Alright, moving on to the next drawing. And the next style is the Simpsons style, and once more I need to admit I don't remember ever watching Simpsons, or maybe I just watched 1-2 episodes that I really can't recall, but I thought that this style is also so prominent, so just in your face kind of, this yellow skin, those big eyes, the mouth that looks like kind of duck mouth, I guess, and everything was just so cool and different about it, so I just wanted to try this out and transfer it onto my style, my base drawing, let's say. And yeah, it was so much fun to draw this and try to recreate this style myself. The only problem, like in most of those drawings, were the hair, because I didn't know how to approach those curls and those waviness of the hairstyle, so I needed to improvise a little bit, and I don't know if this is exactly how this hairstyle would look as the Simpsons style hairstyle, but I think that in general it looks quite fitting, the whole drawing, and I didn't do that bad, but overall I really like how this turned out, and I also love the contrast between yellow skin, this face expression, and those really crazy hair. So yeah, this one was fun to do. And now moving on to another drawing, another style. And guys, if I said that something was my favorite of those that I talked about before, those styles that I talked before, I'm canceling all of this, because this one is my total lifetime favorite. And I mean not the style itself, but the cartoon, Totally Spies. Totally Spies was just... I can't express my love to this show. I remember I probably watched all the episodes, probably like at least 10 times. I know them all by heart, and I just can't express my love to this cartoon. It was so cool, it was so amazing, and I could spend literally whole day watching all the episodes, and I don't know what was about this cartoon, but maybe I just love those... I love the concept of those girls being spies and having those fancy suits on them. Not suits, but what do you call it? Overall piece. I don't know how to call it, but you know what I mean. Those costumes, and they had this moment of transforming, and they got those super cool gadgets like this backpack that had this flying power. This was my favorite, and they had those little how do you call it, those like little mirror with makeup, and they could call from it, from what I remember. Obviously I watched this series in my own language, in Polish, so I don't know the names in English for those gadgets, but for those of you that watch this show, you probably know what I mean. And this is something that I've always wanted to have, and of course this was so fictionary that it was impossible, but I just dreamed about being one of those spies, being those girls that on the daily basis they're just normal, but then they got a mission, they transform, and they are so cool, they have all those powers, and then after it's all done, because obviously they always manage to get the good back to life, let's say, and then they become again normal teenagers. Guys, I just love this cartoon, and it was so much fun for me to again transfer it onto my style, onto the drawing that I did, do those hair that was really really standing out, also adding this mint color. I love how this turned out, and also maybe I love it a little bit too much because of my love to Totally Spies itself. So yeah, let me know if there are any fans of Totally Spies here. I would love to hear you out. Alright, and now that I got a little bit too excited about Totally Spies, I went ahead with another style, and this is Bratz. And I remember when I was younger, Bratz dolls were so popular, and all those Bratz magazines. I don't actually remember if there was any TV show about Bratz dolls. I don't know. I can't tell for now. I don't remember. But for sure, I remember there was some magazines and some computer games. And I remember that back then I thought that those dolls were looking quite creepy and quite weird, I guess. But now when I look at it, I mean, the eyes and the lips, the big lips, are something cool, something really different. But I need to also admit that drawing this style, I had some problems, especially with the hair. I didn't know how to arrange this hairstyle and transfer it onto the Bratz style. So overall, I'm not quite happy with this drawing, and I think that I could have practiced and tried a little bit more to make it more nice looking. But yeah, this is what it is, and this is something that I came up with. Maybe I'm not 100% happy with it, but yeah, I think it will do, and it still represents the Bratz style. And the last style of them all, the 10th style, and the last one at the same time, is the Scooby-Doo style. And this is also another cartoon that I've been obsessed when I was younger. And so that's why I decided to just draw it and try to mimic the Scooby-Doo style. And also I need to say that this drawing is not something that I'm really happy with. I don't know if I would be able to tell by seeing this last drawing that this is Scooby-Doo style, but I tried to mimic it the best as I can, and I think that what really is distracting this style to be recognized is the hair. And yeah, in general, I don't know if that was a good choice for the style challenge, but yeah, this is a challenge, as I said, so of course there needed to be some difficulties, but yeah, overall, even if I'm not happy with this style, I think I'm glad that I tried this out and I kind of challenged myself to do it. So yeah, this is all about the Scooby-Doo style. And now you can finally see all of the 10 drawings, 10 different styles, and I think that each and every one of them has something unique in this, and I like how they all are transferred into from my style to the original styles, let's say. And yeah, I'm just loving how this turned out. Of course, there are some pieces that I'm not that happy with, but overall, I think when all of the drawings are by each other, next to each other, it just looks so awesome. Let me guys know, what do you think about these drawings? Which one is your favorite? And yeah, I think that's all for today's video. It was so much fun for me to do. Let me say it once more. And yeah, that will be all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm always appreciating having you all watching my videos, supporting me, and yeah, being so awesome, being my drawing family. And of course, if you like this video, just make sure you give me the thumbs up button, you leave it under the video so I know that you actually enjoyed my video. Also, remember about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, and also pressing that little bell icon next to the subscribe button so you get a notification for every time I upload, so you're up to date with all my new videos. And yeah, like said, that will be all for today. Once more, thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next videos. Bye bye guys!
I'm just going with the gut, never had a doubt, felt like this is just a must. Put me in perspective, I'm the deepest in the cut. Everybody tuning in, but this is just for us now.